Here we are, we're coming to our Portage area.
Go off what my scouting reports say about.
All right, we're here at Irish CC headquarters in Studio B with Coach Harder. I'm Coach Fendrick. This is a beginning of hopefully something we'll do as a weekly series talking about our cross-country team, the Rosemont High School boys cross-country team, and mostly for alums and parents of our runners to kind of give you a perspective on how the season's going, provide some highlights of the meet, some video highlights, and just generally talk about the season. Don't you kind of envision that, Coach Harder?
So I envision we've got Darren that'll produce most of these things for us.
Yep, and it's going to be casual. This isn't anything formal. And let's just kind of start by talking about last season a little bit.
Last season we had a great season. I mean, we were runner-up in the state meet.
Yep.
Very good. We're top 5 at the Heartland Regional. That was our 14th state appearance out of 15 since the 1990 squad, and we've had 14 since then.
Now you're in beginning year 27.
This is the 27th year.
So, been here, this is my 24th year, you're 27.
Yeah.
Talk just briefly about your history in the 27 years here.
Well, we've had a good history. We had a great article. Mike Manny's been the athletic director the entire time I've been here. He's retiring.
Okay.
I came in his second year, and Eastview had opened, and so our enrollment started really low.
Yep.
But we made some great inroads early on. Had a couple of state runner-up finishes in 2006 and 2007, and third place in 2010 have kind of been the highlights up until last year. We were state runner-up last year with a real good team and a top 5 at the Heartland Regional.
You've had plenty of teams be top 5. Do you know how many in the last?
Yeah, we've had about 9, I think, in the last 17 years. We go back to the 2006 team, so 9 in the last 17 years.
Okay.
And then, our JV also has done really well. They've won, of the 13 years of the South Suburban Conference, they've won 10 championships,
Wow.
including last year,
Last
which
year they did,
18
okay.
points I think we had.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So go through the highlights, maybe individually of last year. What are we losing now that it's a different year than last year?
Well, we're losing, obviously, we're losing Ryan Mulrooney. He was a top 5 in the state individually. He's going to Georgetown.
Okay, nice, Georgetown. They've had a pretty long history of great distance runners.
They have, and when I think Georgetown, I'm going to kind of date myself here. I start with Steve Holman, an NCAA champion from Richfield.
Holman,
And then I always think Mike Starr, I think John Troutman.
Holman, Starr, Troutman, Mulrooney, maybe, yeah.
Okay, Georgetown Hoyas right there.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're losing Ryan.
Okay, and then we're losing Will Harder's going to South Dakota State, and that's your alma mater.
That is. I graduated from there in '83 after growing up in South Dakota, and I placed in the conference a few times. Nothing too spectacular, but our teams won some conference titles, and yeah, great school. Rod Haven, he's not he's an Olympian marathoner and a great 1500 and 5K runner. He's their coach. I'm sure you're excited about that.
I'm really excited about that. In fact, I think he's still the school record holder in the mile.
I believe he is.
And that's without the shoes.
Yeah, I mean, who can do the conversion now? It's got to be at least. Well, they say about a second a lap, so maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah. So his 4 flat probably gets him 3:56 in this day and age.
At least.
Yeah.
At least. And then we've got 2 guys going to the University of St. Thomas, Joey McNeil and George Edgar, which should be really excited. And in fact, their coach, same situation, was a standout at St. Thomas. Pete Wareham was a standout at St. Thomas, and now he's been the coach. I don't know exact, but I would say at least 30 years he took over for Doc Russ.
Very cool. And all 4 of those guys were all state runners, is my recollection.
All 4 were all state, so...
Has that ever happened in Rosemont history? 4 all-state runners?
It hasn't, and in fact, it's just kind of the timing of it. The year before, the winning team had 0 all-state runners, and we had 4 this year, and last year, it didn't quite win it with 4.
Wow. In fact, there's probably not many teams in the history of high school cross-country in Minnesota that have had 4 all-state runners.
There's not too many.
Not too many.
And then another senior we're losing is Patrick Gruntley. He's going to go to Madison. Both your daughters went there, and he's not going to compete there, but he could maybe on the running club or something like that.
He had a spectacular track season too.
Really did.
Only year out for track. So we're going to lose a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we got coming back?
We got 2 guys coming back that were on our state meet team last year in Andrew Schultz and Austin Bodette.
Okay.
And then we've got 2 that were part of you get 9 guys on the official tournament team. So Ethan Peterson's going to be a senior.
Okay.
And Boston Peterson's going to be a 9th grader. So we've got really 4 of our top 9 guys back. And then in addition, we had 18 points at the JV conference meet last year.
Oh, they won the JV
And we
contest.
won the JV, and then last spring, I know some of these guys graduate, but we had 23 guys break 5 minutes for the mile.
Wow.
So we should have, we've got a plethora of younger guys.
That are willing to, they put in, some of these guys have put in the work this
They
summer.
put in some work, and actually, we've got a couple guys just over 5 minutes as well, so we've really got, we got over 20 guys coming in that have 20 guys returning that have run at least 5:05 or better, so, who knows?
So we can do some things again this year, you think?
We can do some things, maybe not quite to the level of last year, but
Certainly.
every season is, it's a lot of fun.
Good. Well, we're looking forward to it. We hope the fans and the parents will try to get some good highlights of the meets and talk about those a little bit. We'll have maybe in another week before the alumni, we'll have an alumni preview, a little bit more talk. And that's what we would like to do in this series, is maybe once a week talk about one alum and what their contributions were and what they're doing now.
Yeah, and speaking of the alumni meet, that's gonna be Friday, August 18th. We've got the women go at 6:15, the men go at 6:45, kids race at 7:13 or so, then the RAAA mile goes at 7:15. And then this year, we've always had to get together with our alums afterwards, but this year we're gonna do it at Carboni's,
Okay.
the combined women's and men's team,
At Carbonis.
alumni,
Okay.
alumni, family, friends, okay? Our actual athletes will be doing something else, but,
very
that's
good.
for alums, it'll be, and I've gotten a lot of responses back. Last year, the varsity beat the alumni team for the first time since 2007.
Wow.
So the overall record is 8-18 for the varsity against the alumni, but a lot of alums are coming back, but this is one thing about this meet. We don't really care what kind of shape they're in, we just want them to come back.
Come on.
Come back, be with, rekindle old friendships, things like that.
Yep, so it's always fun, and we really don't get concerned who wins, but it's really nice when the Rosemont team can win, because it doesn't happen that often.
No, and you know, times when the last 3 times that the Irish have beaten the alumni,
Yeah.
they've been on the state podium at the end of the year.
Wow, yeah,
So that's what it takes to beat the alumni typically.
right. Okay, so we'll have a preview episode talking a little bit about some of the alumni that are showing up.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll do that next week.
All right, well, from Studio B here at Irish CC Training Headquarters, we'll get to see you guys soon.